Oh my goodness. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. Gather around. Gather around. How are you? Before we get into it, if you've heard me say this before, drop a 22 in the chat. The marketing around a battle or match is more important than the battle itself, man. It's more important. It doesn't seem like it, especially when you're in it. You're thinking, how do I prepare? But if there's no sales, then you're not getting booked. And if there's no marketing, there's no sales. It's like those first week sales from a movie or an album. They reflect the marketing, not necessarily the quality. So right now, it's the height of the hysteria of the Geechi Gotti and Eazy the Block Captain battle surrounding the rumors that Remy Ma had an affair with Eazy the Block Captain on Papoose. Do we believe that here? Stick around to find out. Before we get into that, let's rewind and take a look at the timeline that led us to this moment. It all started when Caps, from Angry Fans channel, confirmed an altercation happened during the live recap of Remy Ma's last event, which was the grudge match card that starred Yoshi G and 40 Bars. Caps said, quote, Drizzy from Black Compass at the time confirmed something happened, which is why people believed it, because why would Caps just say Drizzy confirmed it? And Drizzy was there. So that's why people were like, oh my god, what happened? But there wasn't any video or pictures, which is also very weird. You would think if something like that happened at a battle rap event, everyone would take their phones out. I get it with the respect for Remy and stuff like that, but if you don't really know what's going on, it's just commotion, which I'm guessing there would be, then someone's taking their phones out. But there was never a video. They say later it might have happened in the back somewhere, so the people wasn't privy to that space. But here's the twist. When there was a backlash, Caps and Drizzy backtracked. Not because it wasn't true, but because they didn't want their names on it. This led to a whirlwind of rumors, with many people and battlers speculating that it must have been an affair. Remy denied any altercation or affair, obviously, and Eazy took a few days before tweeting at Papoose to clear things up before he does, which just sparked it back up again. Then after a week of silence, other battlers like Geechi Gotti, New Jersey Twerk, and Miss Hustle weighed in on the rumors on Twitter, and Eazy responded with a tirade, firing back at all of them for a full 24 hours straight. He even postponed his weekly live show. They said he wasn't going live because he had a black eye. So do we know the facts of why he didn't go live for those 3 weeks or so? No. And then fast forward about a month since the incident, he went live and said nothing happened. It was all rumors, it was all BS. He said he was advised to not say anything, which is some industry stuff, you know? When something happens, even if it didn't happen, people talking about it pushes it further than deading it as quickly as possible. Hundreds of thousands of dollars in marketing that you couldn't have paid for. Conversations on blogs and podcasts. It reached out a little bit outside of battle rap initially, and after about 3 or 4 months of both Eazy the Block Captain and Geechi Gotti battling other people, they were booked as the headline for Remy Ma's new card, I Do What I Want, which is a hilarious title. It's perfectly titled for this moment. Really, you couldn't have titled it anything else. This is the perfect thing to call that. So now it seems like all of this back and forth, all of the interviews that Geechi Gotti gave, and all of the tweets were all just a build-up for this battle, for this one moment. For these two artists who are at the top of the game, Geechi Gotti being a former champion and Eazy the Block Captain being on his Champion of the Year run right now. It was a perfect time for them to meet. So boom, we get into the battle. After doing all that denying, in Eazy's first round, he says, basically, if you heard someone put their hands on me over a female and they're not dead, then I must still have the female. Which the crowd erupted. But really, all you're saying is, you know, all that stuff I was saying, you know, for the last couple months, it was all a lie. He just confirmed it. He just confirmed the rumors. Now, do we know it actually happened? No, but because it could just all be bars, right? This is battle rap at the end of the day. You can't take these rappers seriously. 100% seriously, at least. They're rappers. Rappers lie all the time. And he probably could have just said that for a reaction to try to counter-write what he knew Geechi would talk about on some 8 Mile strategy. And even though it could just be a bar in a battle, it's really not the smartest way to counter-write that angle. And Geechi said that himself in an interview with 3 Letterman, because now it just negates what you're gonna say and amplifies the angle, actually. He tried to make it seem like he's the cool one. Oh, y'all got the girl at the end. You're basically saying the angle that Geechi's about to take in this battle is totally true, which is not that smart. I wish you would have ran it by someone and they would have gave him a real honest answer. But you know, once you get to a certain point, you don't really have honesty. You just have yes men, and that's probably what he got. People were just saying, oh yeah, that's cool, you sound like the man. But really, you're just confirming Geechi Gotti's angle. So I don't think that was that smart. He might have won that moment, but he lost the war because of that. And that was just in the first round. The way Geechi approached that angle was nothing less than masterful. He patiently broke it down, casually mentions it during the face-off, saying, hey man, a lot of people are gonna get shot tomorrow. Who knows? Dropping it real quick in his first round, just saying it, nothing crazy. He didn't really go into it in his first round. He just mentioned it a little bit. You gonna ruin your family for this loser, for this lame dude with braces, da-da-da. Like real quick, and then he moved on. He didn't really go into it that much in his first round. In his second round, he elaborated on it a little bit more, and then driving it home with a fully focused third round. Perfect. There's really no other way you could have done it. And for those of you who didn't catch the reference, I see people talk about, oh, he barely even rhyming in his third. He's not really rapping. He's rhyming a little bit, but he's not really rapping. They missed the actual point of it. It was a reference to Averb's historic third round against Hitman. It was a recreation of it. He sampled that third round to create his own. When Averb talked to Hitman from the perspective of his dad and then called out to the crowd, hey, Big Gerald. Then Hitman's actual dad responded, yes, sir. He said, that's the way you talk to your son. So now when you hear Geechi's round, he goes through all that using the same rhyming scheme and patterns that Averb used, except from the perspective of Papoose talking to Remy. And then ended it with saying, yo, Papoose. And then he had someone in the crowd go, yes, sir. That's the way you talk to your... Yo, that's really an amazing reference because it reached outside of battle rap. But to do that, he used a historic moment. So more people are gonna hear this part and think it was the original. Like how Kanye West references old songs and samples them. And people go, oh, I've never heard the original Otis. All I heard was Kanye West and Jay-Z. But when you hear the original song, your appreciation is increased when you hear the actual Otis Redding song that it was sampled from. It's really a genius thing to do. And I'm sure it didn't feel good for Remy to sit there and be talked to in that way, knowing that she just put thousands of dollars in his pocket. So does she stay in battle rap? Of course. Why not? Because of bad press from people who only cover mess and nonsense? She couldn't pay 99% of those blogs to cover battle rap at all. So this really helps the sport and culture as a whole. Even if she's sacrificing herself, it's actually very admirable. Is Remy Ma battle rap's Jesus? Alright, okay. That was too much, okay. That was too much. But this moment couldn't have happened with any other league owner or with any other battle. She had to have known Geechi would do this. This is part of his MO. He shoots at whoever. If you don't know who Geechi Gotti is, you have to find clips of his battle with Mike P. He tried to completely destroy that relationship, just like how he's doing with this one. And that moment was in a one-round battle, and he massacred Mike P. It wasn't even fair. So him doing this now is not new to nobody. Anyone who knew Geechi Gotti knew that as soon as this battle was booked, this third round was happening. We didn't know how exactly he was going to go about it, because that's what makes the genius in the artist. But we knew this angle was coming, and he delivered. And even though Eazy is still trying to debate the battle, which he should do, this goes back to the marketing, because it's not out yet, it's on view on demand before it gets to YouTube, they should continue to talk about it. It should still be a debate. Oh, I won the first 2 rounds or whatever, because all it's doing is running up that view on demand number, which is good. It's not on YouTube yet, so go buy it if you want to watch it. That's the point of all this. This is a business. It's an entertainment business. So Eazy's not really in the position to give Geechi any credit, but he should really thank him for now killing that angle and approach for any future battles. Whoever else he battles now has to take a different approach, because they're not going to be able to recreate this moment. It's going to be like, okay, we heard this before. There's nothing new or novel about this angle or how you're saying it. Is that going to stop his future opponents? Not his next maybe 3 or 4. The thing about Eazy the Block Captain is he's positioned himself to only take big battles. So when you get to those big battles, it's not just about rapping, it's about delivering on angles that are public information. So when he battles people with as high as profile as him, all they're going to talk about is this same angle. Hopefully they do it in more clever ways, but we know this angle is not dead, you know? This is going down as a loss for Eazy, and his first official loss as a pro battler, which is amazing. He's only been pro battler for, let's say, 2 years or so, but still, he was like 13 or 14-0 at this point. But it was so monumental that it probably pushed him back on Champions Battler of the Year list, being led by Big K, who killed Murder Mook, A-Ward, and T-Rex all this year. The only way Eazy takes the lead again before the voting is if they book Eazy versus Big K in December, which would be another blockbuster battle. And the winner of that would be the clear favorite to win the honors. And Big K and Murder Mook are people who are in that line of sight. There's been talks of battling Eazy the Block Captain. And those two battlers are great anglers. They know how to take one little story and elaborate so much that it changes the way you view their opponent. It's masterful. So are we done hearing about this? Not a chance. Especially if we see Eazy versus Big K this year and Eazy versus Murder Mook maybe sometime next year. It's a great time for battle rap. And while we're here, shout out to J Black for creating Champion and their Battler of the Year award, belt, and giving money. It really makes the end of each year matter more than ever. And it's only fitting that Geechi Gotti, who won 3 out of the first 5 Champions Battler of the Year belts, to throw a wrench in an otherwise phenomenal year for Eazy. I said it before, and I'll probably make a video on it. Geechi Gotti is low-key the Tom Brady of battle rap. I'll elaborate on a separate video, but it's very fitting that he was the one that knocked him off his square. It doesn't mean Eazy career is over. No, this is great. This is the most he's ever been talked about in his entire life. He was never this popular ever in his entire life. And now you have academics and other bloggers who won't ever cover battle rap for any amount of money are discussing, who is this guy? Is it good? No, it's not good press, but the press is good because the next time you get mentioned, it might be for an album or a movie or whatever. And it might just be for a battle, right? Not just what was said in the battle, but the lead up to the next battle. He already sat on Joe Budden's couch, so who knows how far that goes in expanding battle rap, which is really the goal for all of this. It's part of my goal here. That's why I do my regular blogs, true crime stuff, you know, that's just the stuff I like to talk about. And then battle rap and other sports, because I just consider battle rap one of the sports that I like. I like basketball, I like battle rap, I like football, I like baseball a little bit. It's a little boring sometimes, but I enjoy it. I just throw it in there. I talk about what I want to talk about. It's commentary and analysis. That's all this channel is about. I don't talk about sports like golf or swimming because those aren't sports. Golf is not a sport. I'll die on that hill. Sports are only physical competition or athletic competitions where defense is allowed. In battle rap, you can counter right, you can rebuttal. That's all forms of defense. In golf, there's no defense. There's as much defense in golf that there is in gymnastics. You just gotta hope somebody else fails in those sports. Whatever, I'm dragging it, but it's real. I'll probably make a whole video on how those activities are in sports. How chess is more of a sport than golf. How the Olympics barely has sports in it. Basketball, boxing, judo. What else? Are there any other sports in the Olympics that aren't those things? Swimming isn't a sport. All you're doing is swimming your race. The 100-meter dash is not a sport. You can run your 100-meter dash wherever you want. It's a numbers thing. You ran a 10.5. Okay, that's on you. No one stopped you. In basketball, you can... Anyways, listen, drop a 12 in the chat if you want me to make a whole video on why those competitions are not sports. But as far as this goes, it hasn't dropped on YouTube. And when it does, it'll have another spark of media rounds, right? When it drops, again, for the general public, there's gonna be even more blogs made. It's gonna go even further. It'd probably do like 1 million views in like 2 weeks, maybe less. I'm calling 1 million views in 10 days, which is great. It's great for the battlers. It's great for the league. Obviously, it doesn't help Remy Ma's personal life, especially if you go to Papoose' Instagram. They're on there commenting like, "Stay strong, brother." That's messed up. That's messed up. Because you don't know. You don't really know. We don't know that this is just gonna be true. This could just all be rap. Like, this is still, even though it's battle rap and it's the purest form of competitive writing, it's just entertainment. We don't know any of this to be true. So people commenting like, "Keep your chin up, brother." I'm glad that they're showing support, but we don't know any of that to be true. Any of this is true. We don't know any of this to be true. This is all just raps. Rhymes, metaphors, schemes, similes. That's all this is. Let's not be so emotionally involved, even though you need that, right? There has to be a portion of that to expand the sport. Because people are so emotionally involved in who wins the Super Bowl, people will watch the season, people will go and buy jerseys. You know what I'm saying? That's just a percentage of the population that's always gonna be there. I feel like the majority of us is just chill and enjoy it for what it is. Just raps. Peace.